Welcome to the LEO podcast. I'm your host, Michael Bragg. I'm here with my co-host, Brandon Dubich. We are here to preview no, never mind. We are here to talk about the bucket game getting canceled, and then go over a couple other things that are going on with the IU football team. Brandon, what's up, buddy?
I think there's plenty to talk about. Sans Purdue game. There's just so much going on, both nationally and locally, with the IU football Hoosiers that I definitely think we got enough to talk about.
Definitely. So, real quick on the bucket game, mutual decision. We had some COVID issues. I'm assuming they had some COVID issues. They canceled practice on, I think it was Tuesday. They didn't say anything internally as far as their football program goes, but I don't check on their stuff, so I don't really know. Some other stuff going on. Kane Womack
You're not all over their message boards like they are ours? Wait,
No.
are you telling me that they care more about us than we care about them? That can't be true.
No, I don't, little brother, the little brother. No. Some other news going on. Kane Womack, defensive coordinator, seems to be on his way out the door, which is good for him, I guess. I don't know if this is even a step up. I mean, technically in his role, going to head coach is a step up out to South Alabama, but it's South Alabama.
So let's just get out of the way. I don't think this is a huge topic. So let's just, again, it's not the lead topic, but I just, my thoughts on this, in my mind, it's a stepping stone for a stepping stone. Like, if he does well at South Alabama, yes, he could get a head coaching job, but you can also get a high level, high coaching job for being a good defensive coordinator. So I think if he stays at IU a few more years, he could have got, I think if he keeps his defense rolling like it is this year for the next 2, 3, 4 years, I think that puts him in line for, a Vanderbilt or a Rutgers or I'm just throwing out lower Power 5 conference teams, but I mean, you repeatedly see really good, high major defensive coordinators get low major or get high major coaching jobs. So yeah, I don't truly understand the move, but it's good for IU. I get it. I think it's better for IU than it is for Kane Womack. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree. And I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal to replace him. I guess it's not his scheme, I don't think. I think it's all CTA's scheme, and we'll just hire internal, or maybe we can make a big splash and get somebody else in there, but I doubt that he's going to want to have somebody else's defense put into his team.
No.
It doesn't matter. We can move on. Let's move on to
because there are three candidates.
Okay, Brandon Shelby.
Who would you prefer?
I would prefer Brandon Shelby. I mean, he's been here for a while, 10 years now. It would be a pretty easy transition for him. The other guys, I don't know. The other guys thrown around are Jason Jones. I don't know too much about him. He's only been here for a year. And then Kevin Peoples, same thing, from Tulane, Green Wave.
Tulane. You have definitely got me on the Tulane bandwagon.
Rocking the Tulane shirt right now. I think
That's
they play
awesome.
Saturday, maybe so I can support them a little bit.
There we go. So my thing with Brandon Shelby is, he was already jumped once for Kane Womack. That's why Kane was in here for a year before he got promoted. Kevin Peoples just came. I would think Kevin Peoples is probably the lead guy. And I mean, I honestly, all three of those guys know the system and are going to do a great job. Since I'm a betting man, my money's on Kevin Peoples. But, I think, honestly, it's all about continuity more than it is about the name, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. We know that you're not the greatest. You can be a betting man, but you're not the greatest of betting men out there. So you guys can take his candidate with a grain of salt if you want.
Fade me.
Let's move on. So fuck the Big Ten.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
Yes.
So and I know that we both feel the same way, I think, about this. We both understand that this makes more sense for the conference, but I kind of want to break down why I said, okay, well, maybe not. Well, let me break down kind of like why I said fuck the Big Ten because fuck them. They can't make up their mind at all. So they were one of the second conference to postpone the season. That was in August, and then all of a sudden everybody else is like, no, we're going to play, and then they're like, oh, we should play. So then they turn around a little bit over a month later, all conference, no wiggle room, no nothing. But then they put in that rule, you have to play 6 games to qualify for a championship. And then IU happens. So, and here we are now, 3 months after they've brought the season back, and now we need to rewrite the rules for Ohio State because they didn't play 6.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all about money, it's all about PR, and it's all about maximizing profits. I mean that's why this happened. I mean people were saying, would it happen if this was Michigan versus IU? Yes. Would this happen if this was Penn State versus IU? Yes. I mean at the end of the day, those programs are going to garner higher TV ratings. They're going to higher ad revenue. They're gonna they have a better chance on a national stage, hypothetically. So I mean that's all it's about. So I mean honestly, fuck the Big Ten. I mean they sold their soul, in my opinion, chasing the almighty dollar. But
definitely. Let's real quick.
Yeah.
Switch shoes here. Say IU beats Ohio State and has let's say the Maryland game and Michigan game canceled. Would they flip it around then if IU's undefeated?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, you're saying you're saying a 5-0 IU against a 6-1 Ohio State. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and this is again, that's just a hypothetical, and this is why I guess I'm okay with it. I mean, we had our chance. We had our chance to beat him. We didn't beat him. And that it is what it is. And that's why I kind of understand, or I totally understand why the Big Ten's doing it. But again, as we said 5 or 6 times now, and fuck them. So also fuck the college football playoff rankings, at least. Fucking 12th. I'm sorry I'm cussing so much. This one's going to have an explicit tag all over it. 12th? Really? No movement at all after beating Wisconsin at home. And yeah, the score wasn't great, but they didn't watch any of that game.
Yeah, I mean, call me Captain Obvious. Nobody wants IU in a New Year's Six Bowl. Nobody wants IU in the college football playoff. Like, it's a good story, right? Like, it's a good, feel-good story. But guess what's a better story? Miami. Guess what's a better story? Jimbo Fisher and Texas A&M.
Don't say Iowa State. I swear to God, if you say Iowa State, I'm going to lose my shit.
I don't get the Iowa State thing, but Georgia. Like, all of these are sexier matchups, bigger storylines. Like, Cinderella's cool until it's not. I mean, I'm a huge college basketball fan, and we all love seeing, upsets, in the first or second round. But at the end of the day, we want the best possible game, and a 13 seed playing a 1 seed isn't a great game. So, like, the Cinderella's fun until it's not. And until just a fact of reality, until IU puts up sustained success, which we covered on the post-game pod, we both think is extremely possible. But until they actually do that, we're a Cinderella feel-good story as far as the national media, is concerning.
Yeah, totally. So let's go over a couple things. So on Tuesday, I get a text from a buddy, a picture of ESPN. They're giving IU almost a 40% chance of making the playoffs. This is Tuesday at 4:45. They're giving us a 37% chance of making the playoffs. This is on ESPN from the college football playoff prediction. 40% chance of making the playoffs. Rankings come out, we're 12th. But then they put out all of these other stats. Strength of record, 4th in the country. Strength of schedule, 6th in the country. We have 1 loss. And that's to the number, are they 3 or 4 now? Ohio State. It doesn't matter. It's Ohio State at Ohio State by 7 points with the ball, with a chance to tie, maybe win at the end of the game. And then 3 ranked opponent wins on the season. Now, listening to Tom Allen yesterday, I guess he talked to some people involved with the playoff committee, and they are saying that they're no longer considering those ranked opponents, which I get. They were overrated, I guess, going into the season. But when we beat them, they were ranked. So they technically count as 3 wins over ranked opponents. And I think we're one of 3 teams in the country.
Where's
To have that.
Louisiana Lafayette?
It's in the state of Louisiana.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, how can they put Iowa State 5 spots better when they lost to a team? I mean, there's no way they're ranked. I mean, maybe they are, but I mean, probably not. Looking at the rankings now, yeah, I mean, I guess they're 19th in the country.
Okay. They're 19th again because when they beat Iowa, no, they weren't ranked.
They weren't ranked. So yeah, I mean, they're getting credit for beating them. They're getting credit for beating a Louisiana team that was unranked when they lost and now 19th. So
yeah, they lost by 17 to the Raging Cajuns at home. At home by 17 points. And then they lose. Iowa State's other loss was to Oklahoma State, I guess. I think that was at Oklahoma State, but just by 7, that's a good loss. I mean, the other teams in front of us, Georgia, just based off name, I'm assuming that's why they're up there because they've
same with Oklahoma, same with Miami.
Oklahoma's schedule's okay.
It's not. The Big 12 sucks.
Yeah, the Big 12 does suck, but they lost to Kansas State, and Kansas State, I looked up their record the other day, and their breakdown is awful. I mean, Arkansas State beat them. They gave up 69, to Texas at home. 69 points, bro. That's insane, even in the Big 12. And then, I don't know. It's like I just get all flustered up again. Told you I wasn't going to do this before we started the pod, but here we are again. Do I think we deserve to be 7th? Yes. Any higher than that? Probably not.
So to kind of merge these two topics together, because we're both obviously flustered and frustrated and pissed off, and we're all over the fucking place. Again, explicit. I'm gonna not steal, but I'm gonna regurgitate a point that Clinton Yates from Around the Horn that I heard on Wednesday say this. There have been teams that have gotten in the college football playoff that didn't go to a conference championship game, that didn't win their conference. It literally happened to Ohio State. Ohio State didn't go to the Big Ten championship, yet got into the college football playoff. His point was, we can live in a world where IU goes to the Big Ten championship, and we live in a world where Ohio State can still go to the playoff. He didn't understand, which now I can't understand, why both of those things can't happen. Because it's clear Ohio State is a top 4 team in the country. And I don't think that's really up for debate. I think it's also not up for debate that IU qualified for the Big Ten and deserves to be in the Big Ten based on those guidelines. Like, what do you think about that point from Clinton Yates?
I'm not going to totally counterpoint him, but I also wasn't totally paying attention. I was watching a heron swallow a baby alligator because I don't really give a shit about the national media anymore.
Yeah,
because
in my mind, both can exist. Like IU deserves to be in the Big Ten championship, and Ohio State deserves to be in the college football playoff. Both things can be true. I mean,
okay.
That's the short version of my long-winded explanation.
Okay, yeah, I put my phone away. It was pretty cool. But yeah, no, that makes I totally agree with you. The other thing that really bothers me is, I mean, how can the AP and the college football playoff be so far off? Like, we're 7th, we move up there, we move up in the coaches, and for the 3rd straight week in a row, we don't move. We're playing the teams on the schedule. Maryland, coming into that game, Maryland was ranked, I think, by the college football playoff 24th, maybe, or maybe it was the coaches. One of the polls had Maryland ranked, so it's another ranked victory for IU.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter because they're not ranked anymore. It just boggles my mind that any of those teams that we played, I'd put Rutgers up against Kansas State. I'd put uh, Maryland, Michigan, Penn State, any of those teams into the Big 12, and we may be talking about different seasons for any of those teams. Not Rutgers. Rutgers sucks, but the other teams like Maryland is okay. They're on the verge of being decent. But I'm just rambling again, man.
Here's my thing, and it's just so funny. If we would play Wisconsin again, I think Vegas would have us as underdogs. I mean, if we played Penn State or Michigan, I don't know how much of favorites we would be. Like, I get, the college football committee, whatever his name, the speaker had for him, saying, well, they're not ranked now. Let's put up Michigan against some of these, against UL Lafayette. I guarantee Michigan's favored against UL Lafayette. I guarantee Wisconsin's, 20-point favorites over Kansas State. Like the teams if you just compare resumes, again, we do this all the time in college basketball, compare resumes. Our resume is so vastly better than the teams ahead of us. It's highway robbery. I mean, there's really no other way to put it other than IU is getting screwed by the name on their jerseys, and not by the validity of the resume.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, 6th in the country strength of schedule. I don't know if that goes into preseason rankings or current strength of schedule. Either way,
BCS. Remember the BCS?
Yeah.
To go into that formula. I don't know if it does now.
Go back to it. We'd be in the top 4 probably. Strength of schedule or strength of record, which I don't know. I don't want to break down that whole algorithm, but 4th in the country there. I mean, the other teams in front of us are the big time players. I mean, it's Alabama, it's Clemson, it's the big time players for the strength of record, and yet we still don't get any respect as far as our ranking goes. I don't know, dude. I'm like sweating now. Like I wasn't gonna get upset about it like this, but here we are. Let's talk real quick.
What's going to happen before we get to this? This is a hypothetical as well. I can't wait until they hold IU out of a New Year's Six Bowl because I think it's going to happen. And we're going to play someone like USC or North Carolina, and we're going to beat the ever-living tar. I want them to put us against a Coastal Carolina or a BYU. Like, let's put the darlings together in the fucking Outback Bowl. And we're just going to beat the ever-living shit out of them. And I'm going to declare ourselves national champions.
What if we made the Big Ten championship? They just kept all the rules where they were. You were talking about going into games, being underdogs and everything else. IU Northwestern, we go into that game as an underdog too, don't we?
Oh, yeah. No, in the Peyton Ramsey Bowl, we're absolutely underdogs in that game. Because they'll play, they have a backup quarterback. Like, they're losing their defensive. Again, they'll play whatever fucking line they want to play. Yeah, I put that line, again, as you've previously mentioned, I bet. I'm not a good better. But if I was Vegas, I'd say IU plus 1.5. Like a close to a pick'em.
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah, I don't know. Another dumb hypothetical thing that's just purely emotional, and I'm just rambling on about stuff. But let's go. Speaking of people rambling and not making any sense about anything, a lot of the message boards for IU football are asking for us to replay Purdue next week if we can play football next week.
Yes.
Why would we want to downgrade our opponent next week to Purdue instead of trying to play Iowa, another ranked team? So if we go into that game and we beat that ranked Iowa team, then our New Year's Six probability goes up. But then if we go in and beat, we're gonna beat Purdue. That's just what it is.
That was another point that Clinton Yates had was what benefit? Like, why does Ohio State want to play this game against Northwestern? They have everything to lose. Like, if they lose to Northwestern in the Big Ten championship, their season's over. So it doesn't make to kind of bring this to apples. It does IU absolutely no good to play Purdue. Yeah. IU has all to lose. Purdue has all to gain. That's a bad situation. Let's just avoid it.
Yeah.
I think the same thing can be said about Ohio State playing Northwestern, because if and when they beat Northwestern 52-10, because that's what happened last time Peyton Ramsey was a quarterback against an Ohio State team. I think again it does neither team any good. But I honestly I don't think, if you look at teams that have paused football activity, it's almost always 2 weeks. So I do think we're done watching IU play in a non-bowl game for the rest of the season, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I don't think Ohio State has any shot at losing this week next weekend.
We also have no business losing to Purdue, but again, crazy things happen.
Agreed. I don't know, man. Like I'm like sweating and upset now, and it's like ruined my day. Do you think we should just,
dude? Not to make this all about me, but I'm going to make this all about me. I had the Steelers lose on Monday. I had this news come out on Tuesday. IU basketball drops a heartbreaker on Wednesday. I've had a rough fucking sports week. Like, I don't know how I haven't drank at all this week, but we're recording this on a Friday morning. I think I'm going to get pretty sloshed tonight,
as is tradition,
and I think I deserved it. Steelers, IU football, IU basketball. It's been a rough fucking week.
Yeah, mine not so rough. Not so rough. Well, it's been pretty bad starting Sunday. I mean, Arsenal got beat by Tottenham and all that stuff. I don't really care that much about IU basketball right now. It's kind of early. We don't need to talk about them.
Yeah, there's 47 IU basketball podcasts.
Yeah. Now I have to tag them in this.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't want those comments.
Yeah, it's signing day next week. Do we want to touch on that at all? I don't think there's going to be any surprises. I think probably the biggest non-surprise is Maurice. We're keeping Maurice Freeman, who honestly could be a freshman starter at safety. We've kind of mentioned how, in my opinion, safety's been probably our weak spot this year. So and we saw a Taiwan Mullen step in as a true freshman and play right away. Tom Allen is not adverse to playing true freshmen if they deserve it. So I think that's a huge coup, keeping off the big dogs, supposedly keeping off the big dogs away from Maurice Freeman and him signing next week. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that is big. And I'm just poking around in here a little bit. Looking at some of the recruits coming in, Jacques Smith, Donovan McCulley. I don't know if any of these people are trying to sign early or not, outside of Freeman. I'm hoping.
Yeah, Freeman signing early.
Don't forget about DJ Matthews coming in from.
He'll be enrolling too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll just be our WAP replacement. Which, God.
So I mean, again, it's a little early to talk about this. I don't think WAP leaves.
You don't think so?
To go undrafted, I don't know. I mean, you do get to a point where you've peaked your potential, but I think he wants to come back and go undefeated again, or potential of going undefeated and going to the college football playoff. I think a lot of these fringe guys, like a WAP, who honestly he's not an NFL receiver. I'm just sorry, he's not. I think he comes back. So, I'm drooling at the thought of WAP on one side, us going 4 wide, with because do you think Hendershot goes?
Yeah, I think he's going. I think if they play next week and he has a big game and then he has a good game in the bowl, he's out. He's just built and he's got that potential. Yep.
He has an NFL body.
Yeah, he's a top 5 tight end. So we'll see. So what I was
played like it. He's probably he's there's anywhere between roughly 15 tight ends get drafted, about 10 to 15 depending on the class. He's top 10. I don't know if I'd put him top 15.
I think he's top 5.
I
think he's top 5. So what I was getting at the beginning. So yesterday's college football playoff odds came out, and IU is the same odds as Texas A&M, plus 3,000, ahead of Cincinnati and Northwestern. Either way, let's take a quick little just look at our incoming freshmen, hopefully, for next year. Who are you excited about potential signing day guys?
Man, I mean, the toughest position to recruit at a school like IU is offensive line. I think Josh Sales is a massive signing for us. 6'6", 285. I don't know if he's going to line up on the left or right side. That's apologies on me for not doing my homework there. But, again, that IU has had skill position players, they're, through the Kevin Wilson era and even before then. But, Caleb Jones, Benson, now Josh Sales. I mean, if we can just continue to recruit guys like that, that's how you're going to solidify an offense. So that's the guy for me that, I was pumped when we signed him, and I can't wait for him to get to campus, start working in the strength and conditioning program, and him contribute pretty early. Might not start because of who we already have, but we know we like to rotate offensive and defensive linemen. So Josh Sales goes for me as the guy I'm most excited to sign that dotted line next week.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And again, I don't know if this guy's going to sign early or not. We don't really talk too much about him, but Jacques Smith is a major recruit for us out of Atlanta. Wide receiver, he's got decent size, 6'1", 190, it says. 4-star kid with, you name the school, man. Name them. They offered him. Alabama, Auburn, Colorado, Florida State, Georgia, all of them. Miami, Michigan, Minnesota. Notre Dame. Like, you just go down the line. They all offered this kid, and we're going to lose Ty. I don't see him coming back.
Ty is
somebody
definitely
that's going to come in, that's going to have his kind of frame that can make those jump ball catches, and that's what this kid looks like he can do. So I'm pretty excited about him.
Dude, what a wide receiver haul. Yeah. Jacques Smith, Jordan Williams, DJ Matthews, like all three of those are absolute playmakers.
Yeah, Jordan Williams is a sneaky one too. Not a big accolade guy, 3 stars, but he's got some big offers too. So either way, man, let's wrap this up. We'll talk next week. After this weekend, we'll see some football from some other teams, not IU or Purdue, and we'll talk a little bit more about if we're going to have a championship week, and if not, we'll look more at the recruits coming in and what we should expect on the 16th.
There we go. All right, Mike, you have a good weekend. Go Tulane, and as always, Elio.
Elio, wave up. I don't know if that's what they say.
Elio. Awesome day. Elio. Thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate that. Elio. All right, great. Elio.
Appreciate you guys. Elio.
You're welcome, Dave. Have a great day. Elio.
Have a great day. Elio.
Appreciate you being here with us. Have an awesome day. And Elio.
Oh, thank you so much. Elio.
Well, thanks so much, Elio.
Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate that. Elio.
Appreciate you guys, man. Have an awesome day.
Elio.
Awesome.
Elio.
Elio.